Hey coin collectors, and welcome to DC Coinwheel International coin channel. And today we're going to take a look at the Kennedy half from 1973, and it is just a really nice year for the half. And there's some pretty expensive ones out there, but I have some cautions for you in terms of looking at what they sold for and what they're worth now. Because sometimes what happens is they sold for a lot and then people found a lot more of them. So let's talk about these halves. Of course, it's 1973. This is the 10th year for the Kennedy half. First came out in 1964, the year after President Kennedy died. It was a silver half in 1964, 90% silver. They only made it 90% for 1 year. Then they moved to the 1965 40% silver half. And finally, of course, they moved to what we have now, and that is, of course, the clad halves, which is a copper center, almost 100% copper, with a copper nickel outside. The copper nickel blend on the outside of the cladding is 75% nickel, 75% copper, 25% nickel, or something right in that range. All right, so there's the three different ones. Now, what's on the front of these coins? Well, of course, it says it's President Kennedy facing to the left. It says Liberty up around the top, and we can see that his hair kind of obscures some of the E and the R and a little bit of the B. In God in front of his chin, We Trust behind him. There's a G and an R down there, and that's for Gilroy Roberts, the engraver of this coin. And then way down here at the bottom, we see a 1973. And you frequently see this in used coins and in new coins, so I want to show you that. Right down here we see these scratches, and we see some scratches going this way, and they have a little bit of a distance between them. That often comes when one coin hits another coin in the mint process. So often you'll be able to put these the rim down and actually see exact spacing for where another coin hit this one so hard it created these kind of dents in it. In this case, this one was a circulated coin, so it doesn't make a huge amount of difference. 1973, the mint mark would be here, and there's no mint mark, and so we know this is a Philadelphia coin, and they made 65 million of these in 1973. The Philadelphia version of the coin, though, is where the money starts to get a little bit weird. PCGS, which is a rating service, says that they've rated 32 Philadelphia Kennedy halves at MS67, and they're worth about $300. However, one sold in April of this year, April 16th, 2022, for about $1,400. So we know they're probably worth between $300 and $1,400. It says United States of America at the top, $50 at the bottom. Across here we see 9 stars, and then a Bannery Pluribus Unum. Then down here we see the other 4 for making up our 13. The eagle has arrows in its left claws, olive branch in its right claws, or on our left, and we can see that it has olives actually on there. And then way down in here we see there's an FG for Frank Gasparo, who is the engraver of this coin. This is a shielded eagle, so it has a shield on it, then it has 50 stars around the outside. So Philadelphia clad coin. Now, they also made the clad coin at Denver, and at the Denver Mint, they made 83 million, and this isn't where it gets weird again. One of these Denver Mint coins was valued at, as it was graded at MS68, and valued at $11,000 by PCGS. So even though none has ever sold anywhere near that, the only one that's ever been graded MS68 valued at about $11,000. They also have, of course, the San Francisco Mint coins. Don't have one of those, but the San Francisco Mint coins from 1973, they made 2.8 million. Those are not going to be regular circulating coins. Those are going to be in proof sets. A proof 65 cameo is worth about $5, but PCGS says that there are some proof 70s, and this is where the money gets weird once again. So for the San Francisco Mint, if you get one of these S coins, you're going to look it up and you're going to see one sold for about $5,000 $48.88 in 2006. Unfortunately, as soon as people saw that a San Francisco Mint proof coin sold for almost $5,000, they started finding them, and now there are 91 of them. So now they're only worth about $2,000. When there was only one, it was worth $5,000. Now that there's 91, there are 91 proof 70 San Francisco Mint coins that are clad. Now that they have 91 of them, they're only worth about $2,000. All right. Now, do they still make the half dollars? Yeah, they do. Here's a 2022 half from the Denver Mint. But in order to get these now, you actually have to order them through the Mint. If you're going to buy one of these, you have to buy them in either rolls, or you have to buy them in bags of 100 Denvers and 100 Phillies. Or you can still get them in a proof set. And now, since 1992, you can get them in a silver proof set. So they're out there. They have some value. Look for them, especially if you might have one that your grandmother or grandfather or great aunt or great uncle or even you saved from years ago. If you can find that 1973 that hasn't been used and hasn't been touched and is in really great shape, you may want to get it valued just if it's really good value, really good shape. You may want to get it valued because it may be worth something. All right, that's all we have today from DC Coin World International Coin Channel. Love to have you subscribe to our channel. Leave any comments you have in the comments section.